Nerd Soul.
Weaponized nostalgia. That's a good one.
We're gonna use that. Like, we should do hashtag weaponized nostalgia on a lot of these shows out here these days. So let's get into what we liked. Let's start on the positive side of things. And Brian, I'm going to start with you because you like this a lot go a lot more than we did. So encourage us and tell us what was good about
this. Help us.
Right, let me see if I can go through with some of the things I liked. First off, I thought that they did a really good job staging the Vader Kenobi fight in a Star Wars environment, which I think was a little, for me, what affected it negatively, their previous conflict. It was sort of just in the middle of the desert, this small town. It felt a little low budget span film to me. This felt much more like a believable like Star Wars encounter with these weird cave or hill growths or whatever that were coming out of the ground.
Little volcanoes or something.
Right. I mean, it was, and it didn't feel too derivative of something we'd seen before. You know, it wasn't like here's a lava planet, here's a snow. It was a little bit unique, which I think is always a thing that Star Wars struggles a little bit. Very minor thing, of course. For me, as I said, the character moments are what really worked for me in this film. I wish that they had gone a little bit further with some of it. I think I had talked to you, Jay, about how I really wanted Obi-Wan to kind of fulfill what Return of the Jedi, I think, sort of promises. There's a scene where Luke and Vader talk, and Vader, Luke's sort of telling him, like, come with me, leave this. What are we doing? You know, and Vader says, hey, Kenobi used to think like you do. I can't disobey my master. You know, the dark side, this is what I'm about. And so I really wanted to see Kenobi be like to his friend, like, come with me, you know, like, let's leave this hate behind. But what is almost tragic and painful in a good way is I don't know that that's who Obi-Wan is, you know. I don't know that's exactly how he feels about Anakin. And we see this very big moment where one of the moments that brought me to near tears was Obi-Wan sincerely apologizing to Anakin and trying to say, like, listen, man, I'm sorry for all of this. That I've been fighting you, and now I'm realizing, like, this isn't what I want to do. I don't want to destroy you. I don't want to think less of you. I just the pain kind of comes out. And I wish that he could have said, like, you know, come with me, I'll help you or something. But then I think that's the problem here. And that's sort of the sad thing is these were two great friends. And I don't know that they ever can come back together. Anakin has crossed lines that even if Obi-Wan can feel sympathy for him, can get to that heart. I don't know that he can look past what he's done, you know? And what's interesting about that is sort of that's repeated, I think, in both, maybe in all three trilogies of the films, is that it really takes the right person reaching out to someone who's struggling with this kind of trauma at the right time. You know, and that's very true to life, you know, like sometimes it's a certain person that reaches out to you and stops someone from whatever, doing harm to themselves, doing harm to others, but they might have been approached 30 times before, but it's the 31st time, you know, from the specific individual that really hits that point. And I think you see that with Kylo Ren, you see that with Vader, you see that with Anakin. The right people come at a certain time to kind of pull them back from the edge, but there are many other people that try to reach out to them, and you know, the anger, the pain doesn't allow them to be vulnerable, doesn't allow them to reach back out. And so I thought that was really interesting. I also really I loved the connection between Leia and Obi-Wan. I think I mentioned before that is something I never thought I wanted, but I really grew on me. And the final, while their final scene together wasn't exactly what I imagined, it was still, again, I think like he brings your heart into your throat when he gives her that just honest moment about, like, listen, here's where you got from your parents. These are who your parents were. You know, I can't give you details. I can't give you the whole truth, but I can give you enough that you don't have to be an orphan who just wonders, like, what were my parents like? And so I felt like there were some great moments like that really, I guess the other one, Reva, when she says the line of, have I become him? You know, that was another one that hit me really strong, of just like, especially in the times we live in, to have someone who is experienced this trauma of being a child, seeing this death, and then living with that hate and that anger for so long, and then coming to the realization that she's becoming the very thing that she's that she's going to kill children to get some sort of vengeance or revenge, and that she's able to walk back a little bit, you know, from that. Again, I think Star Wars is really important in pop culture because it does tell these morality tales. You know, some might think it's sappy, some maybe it is weaponized nostalgia to a degree, but Star Wars, you know, has its roots in nostalgia. It's basically a nostalgic look back on adventure serials and Flash Gordon and stuff like that. But I think these moments really, at least for me, when I was growing up, these are the kind of moments that stuck with me and taught me who I wanted to be going forward. You know, when Luke chooses to throw his lightsaber away and say, no, you know, this is my father. This is Anakin Skywalker. This isn't Darth Vader. And we are Jedi. I mean, there's moments like that really formed who I was. And I see this being the same thing for another generation that's watching it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. Okay. I mean, all of those things. I think I can get mostly on board with. I saw a couple of those moments you mentioned. I saw them a little bit differently, which I'll get into. But Mike, tell us what you thought of. What are some of the things that you liked about this episode?
This episode, the things that I really liked were the action, because I'm an action guy. So the fight felt like it mattered to both of them. So that's something that I really dug. It kind of came across on screen like this is something that it was dire for both of them. This is something like okay, this has to be done. On Darth Vader's side, I have to kill you because technically you're my last tie to the light or whatever. I'm under the impression Ahsoka's dead. So I killed my apprentice. Now I have to kill my master. And then all of that will be over. And you even kind of get a little bit from the Emperor too, like, you know, it's like, you getting soft out there? So he's like, and then on Obi-Wan's side, he's like, I have to stop this man. He's gone crazy. Like in this whole Empire thing, I've got to stop it. Like I tried to hide from it, I can't hide from it. So now I gotta stop it. I have to end this. And that's something that really, really came through for me in that particular fight. Even their shows of power, it was like, oh, okay, this, you guys are going to another level due to how important this specific battle is for both of you. On Reva's side, that's the part where I was like, you know what? Even though I'm not down with the reason why she's doing this, it is cool on the other end seeing Owen and
oh yeah,
Baru. What is her name? Baru. Yeah. I don't know why I wanted to call her Bree, but anyway, Baru. They did not run, and that's something that I definitely enjoyed. She was like, look, hey. If they're coming, they're coming. So, you know, you gotta look, hey guys, just keep protection in your homes. That's all I'm saying. But anyway.
what a great additional layer for those characters too that have been with us for so long, you know.
Because you didn't know they were really, you know, they were ready to, they was ready to do what they had to do. So, and then even the way they like flanked her and all that, hiding Luke, I really enjoyed that. Now, Reva's side, it was sad to see that this is like the only thing she had left.